Alright, man, look, man, this video was gonna be about the reboot, but fuck the reboot for now. For now. Let's talk about some shit we really want. Right? Okay, so now, this is gonna be my Saints Row 3 remake, but Ultor edition. Okay, with dicks. Okay? We're gonna be talking about the Saints and shit that they're gonna be facing. This is gonna be more of a plot. I'm not gonna be talking about dialogue in here, but this is gonna be more of my overall plot. This Saints Row is going to be dark. I'm not going to lie. This Saints Row is going to be fucking dark. It's going to definitely be some... I'm going to talk about the difficulties that the Saints are going to be facing. And I'm also going to be talking about whose deck's going to be working with and describing their characters, how they're going to be. Okay? So first, let's talk about the Dick's plot first. Okay? Let's talk about Dick's plot since he's the main person that the Saints are going to be going after. And then after that, I'm going to talk about what the Saints are going to be facing and how the Saints are going to be. Okay? So let's listen. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen. And I'm going to be talking about the position that the Saints are going to be playing. Okay, now let's go and get into it, right? Okay, so first, we got Dix. Now, this time, Dix is working with ultor. In my last video, I made it seem like Dix would go to Japan to beg for help. But let's be real here. Dex just don't seem like the type, you know what I'm saying, to beg for help. Dex always been a man of plan. He always been a man. He probably would have a plan B, right? So why wouldn't he have a plan B, right? Okay, so Eric made it pretty clear that, you know, ultor always had a little bullshit going on, like Dix going at it with ultor and Eric going at it with ultor. They all got their own little split. So Dex took his little branch and went to a city based off New York. I'm not talking about Steelport. This place is bigger than Steelport. It looks way more different than Steelport. Gives off a more New York vibe. It's way bigger, a lot fun, a lot livelier. You know what I'm saying? Now Dex went to Steelport to, you know what I'm saying, not Steelport, what the fuck? Y'all know this city based off New York, not fucking Steelport, right? Now, Dex, he already got shit set up there, because he, like, you know, from all the shit he was doing, like I said, Dex always gonna have a plan B. Just in case this shit backfired, he had a plan B, right? So this is Dex's plan B, okay? He went to this city based off New York. Everything is established there. It's no gangs there because this branch has already been successful at taking all the gangs out of the city. So it's only ultor there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the lively, you know, no regular, just regular people. And it's ultor, this branch, right? Now, Dex is working with Philippe and Philippe's daughter named Connie. I'm going to add a female badass in here, right? And I'm going to be talking about all their characters and why they're the way they are. Now, Philippe is not going to be down early in this game. No, he's not going to be down early. Fuck that. He's going to be a badass that's not going to be the person to fuck around with. Dex is going to be the head leader because, you know, he's the brains. He's the smart one. He's with the plans, right? Okay. Now, Philippe, he's going to be, like I said, he's going to be cold. He's not going to be a person you want to fuck with. And he's not, like I said, it's no gangster. So he's going to be with ultor. Philippe has been talking to Dix ever since SR2 days. They have always been doing deals together. And Philippe has always been known as a badass. So Dix knew it was perfect for him to be a part of his ultor branch. So he already been in this city based off New York, you know, already been a part of this branch. So he's already been working with ultor since the SR2 days, right? Now, moving on, we got Connie, Philippe's daughter. Now, Connie is very cold. Philippe has been training her since she was a very young girl. She's very cold. She watched her mom die from a heart attack when she was a very young girl. She's seen a lot of people die. She's always been around death. So it shapes her character to be very cold. Her personality is definitely going to be like the SR2's boss. She's not going to be nobody she's not going to be nobody to fuck around with. Simple as that. And she's going to give the Saints some difficulties. And I'm going to be talking about that. They're going to have some very dark difficulties, right? Now, for the most part, yeah, she's badass and she's not nobody to fuck with. Now, let's move on to the Saints. The Saints will not be working with Eric Griffin. I want to get that started. They're not going to be no fucking sellouts like they made them in SR3. Fuck that shit. Simple as that. We don't want nothing to do with them motherfuckers. They gonna still stay as a gang like they did in the first two games. And they're gonna be an independent badass gang like they always been. They already grew into something big enough at the end of SR2 so they can definitely go against ultor without needing Eric Griffin. Eric Griffin can stay in Stillwater and do whatever the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Saints, for the most part, we know that they're going to this city based off New York to go after Dix. Now, let's talk about the Saints. The boss, for the most part, he's still going to stay the same, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, you know. Johnny, and all of them going to stay the same for the most part, but they are going to go through some darker changes, and it's going to cause them to go through psycho mode. And we're going to be talking about all that. Piers is going to stay the same for the most part and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and Shundy. But let's talk about the difficulties. Let's just go and talk about the difficulties they're going to be facing. Okay, so Piers is going to be, you know, going through difficulties, but let's talk about Shundy. Hold on, let's talk about Shundy first. This is the first part I want to talk about Shundy. Shundy is going to die. Shundy is going to die. Now Shundy role like she always did in SR2. She was the informer. She gave them information, even though she was taking some of Pierce shit, but she still was informing from guys she messed with. But this time it's gonna be a little difficult for her to do it. So this time she's gonna actually end up dying, and it's gonna fuck up everybody. We know that the Saints, the boss, everybody had a strong arm for keeping each other safe and shit like that. And this is gonna cause the boss and Johnny, and it's going to affect them all. The boss is actually going to become way more darker and become way more psychotic. Not no SR3 not your badass, but you're going to see that he's just going to, bro, he going to snap. You know, he going to be kind of like how he was with the Brotherhood when it came to Carlos. You know what I'm saying? And then Johnny, he's going to fucking always, he's going to be crazy as shit, just like how it was when Aisha died. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna play no fucking games. Piers is gonna be going through difficulties too, because now he's gonna have to take Shundy's spot, and he's gonna have to become the informer, giving all the information to the Saints. And you know he's been begging to do this, so I think Piers can pull it off pretty well. He's also gonna be a little hurt too, and it's gonna cause him to stop being so humorous. He's still gonna be humorous, I guess, but he's gonna also be more tight now too. It's gonna definitely change them. And also, the boss in this game is gonna get beat. He's gonna get fucked up. Like, it's gonna be, Cunny is gonna give him, like I said, it's gonna be some difficult times the Saints gonna be going through in this game. You know what I'm saying? The goal is still the same. You still got to take over the new city that y'all are in, because ultor is running it. So once you kill ultor, you completely take back over the city, right? Because that's who y'all going against now, right? You're gonna be able to take over the city and, like I said, buy property and do all that bullshit like you was able to do in the last game, right? Like SR2. Now, like I said, Connie is gonna put the boss through a lot of difficulties. The boss is gonna be getting fucked up by her. It's gonna be some times where the boss is gonna get beat. It's gonna get tortured. Sometimes it's gonna be some fucked up shit happening. You know, with the Saints, it's gonna be a dark. They're gonna be having some dark, difficult times, especially after Shundy died. This is when it's gonna get very fucked up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, you feel me? For the most part, you know what I'm saying? That's like my little plot setup I came up with, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel in the comments about this little shit I came up with. Do y'all fuck with it or do y'all not, man? But yeah, I'm out.